Have you ever wondered what would happen if we lost the sun for 5 minutes? An intriguing question, isn't it? Let's dive into it. Our sun, an enormous glowing orb of gas, is the heart of our solar system. It's the gravitational glue that holds us and our neighboring planets in a beautiful cosmic dance around it. But what if, for a brief moment, this celestial body vanished? In the first few seconds, our world would be plunged into darkness, as the sun's light, taking 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us, would suddenly cease. It's like abruptly switching off the world's biggest light bulb. Meanwhile, in space, a more profound change would occur. Without the sun's gravitational pull, the planets would no longer follow their orbital paths. Instead, they'd shoot off in straight lines like cosmic billiard balls on a table with no pockets. So in the first few seconds, we would see darkness, followed by chaos in our solar system. But what would happen on Earth during those 5 minutes without the sun? Imagine this. Suddenly, the warmth of the sun evaporates. The temperature plummets drastically, and we're plunged into complete darkness. The sudden drop in temperature wouldn't just send chills down your spine, it would freeze the surface of the Earth, turning it into a barren, icy wasteland. But the cold is just the beginning. The absence of sunlight would halt plant photosynthesis, the process plants use to convert light into energy. Without photosynthesis, plants would be unable to produce oxygen and food. This would have a ripple effect on herbivores, who rely on plants for sustenance, and subsequently affect the carnivores atop the food chain. In essence, our intricate and delicately balanced ecosystem would be thrown into chaos. Now let's talk about the Earth's atmosphere. The sun's constant stream of charged particles, known as the solar wind, forms a protective bubble around our planet. This bubble shields us from the majority of harmful cosmic rays. Without the solar wind produced by the sun, this protective bubble would weaken, and more cosmic rays would reach our planet. The increase in cosmic radiation could lead to higher rates of cancer and other detrimental health effects. Furthermore, the lack of solar energy would disrupt countless systems we take for granted. Solar panels would cease to generate electricity, and satellite communication might be affected due to changes in the Earth's ionosphere. Even our perception of time would be distorted without the sun's daily rise and set to guide us. In these 5 sunless minutes, the world as we know it would change dramatically. The consequences, ranging from the immediate and visible to the subtle and long-term, would be profound. We would be reminded of our reliance on this massive fiery ball in the sky, not just for light and warmth, but for life itself. So, the disappearance of the sun, even for just 5 minutes, would have dramatic and potentially devastating effects on our planet. But what happens when the sun comes back after those 5 minutes? Well, it's not exactly a joyful reunion. Imagine the sudden reintroduction of heat and light to our frigid, darkened planet. The abrupt change could trigger atmospheric shock waves, causing severe weather disturbances across the globe. But that's not the end of it. The ecological damage from this sunless period would be profound. With photosynthesis halted, plant life would suffer, affecting the entire food chain. It could take years, even decades, for our ecosystems to recover, if they ever could. And let's not forget about us humans. The psychological impact of such an event would be tremendous. We would have to grapple with the reality of our existence in a universe that's much more unpredictable than we ever thought. So, while the thought of losing the sun for 5 minutes is intriguing, the reality would be much more catastrophic. We rely on the sun in more ways than we can ever fathom.